Hey there, how you doing? I'm Robert, guitar teacher from masterguitaracademy.com. And one of my main goals as a guitar teacher is to help students being able to play simple things well, to create music out of very simple things, because that's very important if you want to be a real musician. So what I mean by that is you can take, for example, two chords, E major and A major, and then you go back and forth between those two chords. You use a metronome or a drum loop. And I'm going to show you a couple of chord inversions that are useful for playing this type of style that I'm going to do. So I'm playing on the 9th fret, on the D string, the G string, and the B string. This is an E major triad. I can also add on the 11th fret on the A string, that note, which is a major third. If I play the top 3 notes, then it sounds like this. And then I had the droning E as a bass note. Or the D string, G string, and B strings. Now I have that third on top. Right? So I have two options now. That's one, and the second option. Right? And then for the next chord, instead of playing A like this, we're going to play it like this. And that is the D string on the 11th fret, G string on the 9th fret, and B string on the 10th fret. And here I have a bit of delay to make it kind of big sounding. So I let the bass note A ring when I'm playing that chord. So that's a nice move. You just have your index finger fretted here on the 9th fret. And you can even hammer on the ring finger and the index finger to get that A chord. So this inversion of A major is the major third, the 5 and the root note on top. Now I can make another inversion, play it like this. Now I have the major third on top. So it's like a D chord. The D chord you play down here, you just kind of move it up here. But I usually play with this fingering when I'm fretting with the index finger. So that's 9th fret on the G and E string, and then 10th fret with the B string, with my middle finger. So I have, or I have. Of course I can play all 4 notes together. And the same for the E. This type of playing also, by the way, it's important that your guitar is well tuned and has the intonation set correctly. Mine is not perfect, to be honest, but I haven't taken the time to intonate it properly. So you can hear slightly out of tune sounds a little bit, especially it's easy to want to press too hard and then you can really hear it. It goes out of tune a little bit, so you be careful with those things. So we can just play around on. See, I'm embellishing these chords. I do little hammer-ons here and there. On the first chord, the E chord. I'm hammering on with my ring finger up to the 11th fret on the D and G string. And then on the B string to the 10th fret. I can do the same thing on the A string. And then for the A chord, I can do the same hammer on the D and G strings. And I can focus on that note as a top note, sort of play like a melody thing. Okay, I'll turn on my metronome here and see if I can come up with something cool. So you see, I'm just going between the E major and the A major, playing one bar in length for each chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then embellishing the chords like that. It's really good practice. And it makes it possible for you to play something more interesting than just strumming for each of those chords, which can get boring pretty quickly. So check this out. Anyway, some misses here and there, but you get the idea. It's a really fun way to play, and you just play around with these inversions and add little cool notes. So I added this on top, by the way, on the high E on top after a while for the E, and then for the A. I kept it there. Creates sort of like a U2 type of thing, right? And that's just one spot on the neck when you can do that. You can work on finding your chord inversions in different spots on the neck and build on that. Just use the same approach and play around, go back and forth, use a metronome, find good sounding inversions of these chords, and just play with it. All right? I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you soon. Check out more in-depth information at masterguitaracademy.com. Thanks.